Are you ready? Stand by.
Go 4 rounds. Yeah.
Hey, here we go. Good. 2 flapper now, 2 flapper. Reload over here. In the circle, 2 and 2. Break the wrist. Throttle down, 2 and 2. One more. Good makeup. Excellent job. 26-14.
What's going on, everyone? Back with another episode of Stuff and Things. I am down here today just outside of Nashville, Tennessee for the 3rd Carry Trainer S12 event. If you are new to the channel, then chances are you may not have heard about this before. You may not have seen my video coverage of these in the past. So if you want to find out what this event is all about, some more information or some previous videos, I will leave a ton of links and information in the description down below. So go check that out if you want to find out a little bit more about what is going on here. Now, as I'm filming this right now, it is actually midway through day 3. It is about lunchtime, and the reason I'm doing this now is because the first 2 days, the weather was not really in our favor. It rained a lot, and last year when I filmed this, I actually ruined one of my cameras, so I did not want to do that again. But I did get some coverage up until this point, and this video isn't going to be like a focus on the training. This is more of a behind the scenes, kind of my look at things, kind of bouncing around through the different groups, the different instructors, all of the different training and curriculum that they're going over. There's also a lot of shenanigans, as you can expect, because I did become friends with a lot of these guys here, and when we're together, it is just a great time. So I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of the narrative up until this point and roll in some clips so you guys can see firsthand what the S12 experience is actually like. Now, the first thing that I want to mention doesn't really have to do with the training at all, but it's just the overall experience. We're down here outside of Nashville on this beautiful 5-star retreat in the middle of what seems like nowhere. There's a mansion, there's a pool that I'm staring at right now, there's a bunch of cabins that everyone can stay in, and it's just a perfect spot to host an event like this. So not only are we on this awesome property with all of these amenities and everything, but the food this year is so bomb. Mickey from Carry Trainer brought one of his friends, Chef Kent, along for this trip. He's actually based out of Colorado, and on his way from Colorado, they actually sourced a lot of the ingredients that they're using to make all of the food to feed all of the instructors and attendees, students, and everything. So we started day 1 with a killer breakfast, and it just got even better and better from there on out. So the first thing that everyone actually dove into on the first day, curriculum-wise, was the TCCC certification, the Tactical Combat Casualty Care, and that was of course put on by the guys at D-Day Response Group. If you've watched some coverage in the past, then you already know these guys and a lot of the other people who you are going to see throughout this video. So day 1 started with probably one of the most important things that all shooters and people in the firearm community should know about, and that is of course tourniquets.
So I got one on there, that didn't work. If I put them right, exactly parallel with each other, they might get caught up, right? And then you'll just have to fight through it. Right leg, go. Motion, stop. 21, stop.
So after that initial morning safety briefing and a little bit of medical training, I went up to visit Mickey on the flat range for some typical pistol fundamentals and, of course, a lot of shenanigans.
So the sooner that you start to make sure that that's completely ingrained, that you don't do this.
Down at the bottom of the hill.
Flagging me.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm pointing this way. So the simple things like that, we just got to make sure we're ingraining them. How we load the pistol is important. How we unload the pistol is important. Don't be lazy with the trigger finger. Don't be lazy with it. Scoop, doop. Ba, 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 ba. Bo-do-do-do. Da-da.
It's a good hoodie. That's a nice hoodie.
that's when the weather started getting pretty bad. It started raining a little bit, so I wanted to kind of jump around to the different instructors, and that is when I headed down to visit Donovan from Point One Tactics. Don is a great dude. You may have seen him here a little bit on the channel in the past, and hopefully I will be able to get out and train with him a little bit more. For day one, he was working with a little bit of rifle fundamentals, and overall it was a good time, other than the weather.
I want to make sure you guys all have a good process. Pin it under your armpit. Hold the gun out like this. Hold it all the way out. Hold it out. Bring it all the way out. Do you feel the difference of weight on your wrist? Utilize leverage for you. Leverage is very, very important. All right, load and make ready. Insert that mag.
Once it started raining very hard, I actually came back up here to the lodge and I went back over to visit Mickey on the range. At this point, he had a group where they were doing things that was a bit more intense, some actual movement. Things like this would simulate more of a realistic environment instead of just kind of standing statically and shooting at a paper target. You have a little bit of an outside force, so like I said, I don't want to get into the training a whole lot, but if you want to check out any of that stuff, go search these guys up, and they put a lot of their content out there on the internet. So then just before the sun went down on day one, I had to go visit my friend Z, Instructor Z. Again, this is a guy that you have seen here on the channel before. Such a great dude, I can't say enough good things about him. He is a Green Beret, and the knowledge that this dude has and the ability to relay the information that he has to others is incredible. I love shooting with Z, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the students here did as well.
If I say ready, you're ready to fight.
Ready. Grip. Move. Brett, get up on line.
All right, turn and move. Turn and move.
Z was teaching a little bit more of the rifle dynamics, so they were incorporating movement a little bit more. And that was even taken to another step on the following day. They're basically building fundamentals to learn off of. That brings us right into day two, where again, we started with the TCCC with the guys from D-Day. So day one, everyone got the information on tourniquets, and now they were moving on to actual wound packing.
You really feel what those rounds do to the flesh and to the bone, okay?
So you're looking at an hour to get to that. So you generally do not have to even think about the fact of that. Now,
from there, I decided to head down to visit my buddy Z again because I didn't get to see him a whole lot on the first day. And this time, like I said, they were taking that little bit of movement with the rifle dynamics and they were kind of taking it a step further. So this one was a lot more engaging. And just like everything else going on here, it was an awesome learning experience. No matter who you are training with, you should always be able to take something along with you. So it's not always about instructors being the best of the best at what they do, but it's also about the students and the people attending taking away valuable knowledge.
You see what we got today? Pretty much the same setup. You notice that I changed the array. So I wanted a little more distance. We got back, it's around 50 yards right here. You're not gonna have time or the bandwidth to think about anything else anyway when you're fighting each other or fighting somebody else. Basically just an exposure yesterday. That was kind of giving you a fire hose right at the end, especially just to see where we want to progress to and how hard it would be, so you kind of know what you're up against, right? If we can do that safely and I can give you a taste of where you need to be and give you some kind of realization of your limitations and also your capabilities all together, I'm gonna do that. All this is applicable, being able to be calm in the storm, kind of see things as you need to and think about in your head. Brett! Move! Safe. Know where you're at. Move. Move. Right. Move. Move.
You can make the sun shine.
Aaron, move.
All the rain.
All right.
Sick.
Everybody's clear.
This is sick. Sick.
Do your
Ready.
viewers think that there's something
Right.
wrong with me?
Yes.
Two rounds. Cover them.
So after doing a little bit of rifle work down with Z, I decided to head back up here again and visit Mick and Joel out on the flat range again. And this time we were doing stuff that you may have seen on my Instagram or in previous videos where we're actually doing tourniquet applications while there are threats going on. So about 1.5 years or 2 years ago is the first time that I ever actually ran a drill like that with Joel. And learning all of that medical stuff was definitely one of the biggest takeaways from me when I first started getting exposed to stuff like this. I've also talked with some other people here, and a lot of people seem to kind of be on that same position as me. You don't really realize how important that stuff is until you actually attend a course like this and actually learn how to do all of these things. So combining the movement and the shooting drills as well as the medical all into one little package like that, that is definitely one of my favorite things that we do here at this event. Now from there we went back down to visit Donovan, and I was excited for this one because we were getting into some more like competition style shooting. We ran a bunch of different drills and I was actually shooting during this one as well, just like when I was shooting down with Z, so I don't have a whole lot of footage of me actually doing these things, but we started off with a cold start from 50 yards.
2.48, 2.48.
All of these drills were timed, and needless to say, it was a ton of fun competing with everyone else who was there. After the 50-yard cold startup, I believe we moved on to the B drill, and then we also moved on to some other things like running and gunning, and it was just a blast. We were down there for probably too long, and that's where we ended our day.
Are you ready? Stand by. Okay, here we go. Good. Two flapper now, two flapper. Reload over here, reload over here. Circle 2 and 2. Break the wrist. Throttle down, 2 and 2. Come on. Good makeup. Excellent job. 26-14.
So everyone came back up here to the house and we were a little bit late, but luckily we did not miss out on the tacos and margarita bar. You guys want to talk about margaritas? These were bomb margaritas. Tacos are good regardless. I don't care what you put in them or on them. Gotta love tacos. And these chefs have just been killing it consistently. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I feel so fat. I haven't eaten so much food probably ever. This is a 3-day training event, obviously, so after this I'm probably gonna have to like eat a bunch of salad and go to the gym and run and stuff like that. But hey, at least we're out here training. We're getting a little bit of exercise going on, so whatever. So after everyone got a little bit loosened up with the margaritas and the tacos, Donovan, you think he might just be like one of the greatest shooters ever, great instructor and everything like that, but his skills don't stop there. He actually studied cardistry when he was younger.
Are done by nothing but control, right? All right, I want you to select any card, but do not let me influence you in any way, okay? Don't look at it, don't look at it. I just want, am I good to turn around? Yeah. And without looking, I kind of have my head like this, I start to shuffle them in. Get them all in there, shuffle them in. I kind of just let them sit for a second so everybody can see. I got some back to front. Let's see if we can find some back to back in here. Here we go, we even got some back to back. And I would take one guess, Chef. Not only did I find your 6 of club, you little I decided to take all 51 cards and put them back to normal.
And needless to say, he killed it. He was actually very good. So Don, if you're watching this, awesome, dude. Now after that, the night was kind of winding down and the chefs were not done though. They actually brought out some liquid nitrogen to play with. They had liquid nitrogen and fire, so a lot of very cool stuff. This is actually something that is very regulated. I talked with Chef Kent about it, and not many restaurants or mobile chefs like himself can actually do things like this. He is one of them. He's trained and he's very safe with it. And what they did was they actually made some ice cream with beer, and they made sherbet with tequila in it, and it was really good, unlike anything else that I've ever really had before. So that brings us into day 3 now, where we are finally blessed with this awesome weather. It's a little bright. So we are out here today, like I said, it is about lunchtime right now. I'm gonna go in and grab some food. This morning, we actually did some stuff again with Donovan. Him and Joel were down there on the range, and we did some things that you guys, again, may have seen in some other videos, but we actually shot different types of rounds at pork butt to actually show what these rounds are capable of doing. We started off with some regular Fiocchi 115 grain, just some ball ammo that most people here are training with. And then we stepped it up to some Supervel copper hollow points. And then we stepped it up again even further with some self-defense rounds in 5.56. And needless to say, if you guys have never seen anything like that, you really should experience it. I never really thought that I would be as interested in the medical side of things as I am now. So if you guys can ever get the chance to come to something like this or get a chance to train with the guys from D-Day, I highly recommend it. After that, we actually ran some real life type of scenarios, and I believe that is what I'm going to do after lunch now. So up there again with Mickey, we were doing things with airsoft guns. So you would kind of holster a gun like you normally would, airsoft of course. Everyone would have protective gear on, and we ran scenarios that you may encounter in your real life. We did this so everyone could kind of experience violence firsthand and get a better understanding of how fast your mind actually has to process a lot of these things when making the decision like defending yourself with lethal force. Again, I don't want to talk about the philosophy and the training and stuff like that a whole lot because I'm making these videos for fun and entertainment, but hopefully you guys can pick up on a little bit of what is going on here and take away from this video a little bit of knowledge. So now, without further ado, let's go get on with the rest of the day.
Easter Sunday, ladies and gentlemen, at the Church of S12 Carry Trainer.
Welcome, brother.
Welcome to you. In a moment, we will be bringing the reptiles out.
Hallelujah.
I hope that we don't offend anybody with this video. I am quite all right with it. I am quite all right with it because anybody that dances with a reptile truly loves the Lord.
Amen.
Truly loves the Lord. There is something that we're going to be doing today. It's going to be a baptism in true lamb's blood. We will be sacrificing that lamb upon this altar just as Jesus Christ sacrificed himself for our sins. Woo! We're going to bring that little lamb up here and you guys will see that blood sacrifice.
Preach it, preach
It will be a wonderful
down.
What is that, sir?
There is no sin.
Oh, sir, I'm sorry. We will pray for you after the service during refreshments in the back room.
Do not pray for me in your sacrilege. This is bullshit. There's no sin.
Oh, please,
Live
sir,
how you
watch your
want.
language in the house of the Lord. No, I have the good book here, sir. It says to sacrifice lambs upon an altar. The altar of the Lord.
No, that is full of lies. He's lying.
Jesus,
He's
help us.
corrupting
Help
the
us
church.
this time of
Don't
need.
touch me.
Guys, come on, let's go.
Whoa! And exercise. Can I get an amen?
Kill him, brother.
Best one yet. So like I said, pretty much everyone is out here getting around on golf carts and side-by-sides, but of course the one wheel does pretty damn good in the rocks and off-road and stuff too, so that is going to be my choice of transportation as we go around from station to station. So we just wrapped up some of the airsoft stuff with Mick, and now I'm actually going down to visit Z once again, and supposedly they have some EVIC rifles. Not exactly sure what they're doing yet, but we're going to go find out. We took this house over while you were
Not
gone.
even time.
You're
yet.
late to your own instruction, Instructor Z.
Go ahead, Z. You can't use this for the freaking course, man.
I can't. I can't go shoot while riding that thing down this hill.
That'd be awesome.
As long as somebody's videoing you rolling and flipping as you fall off this mother.
Dopest vlog in the game, man.
Dopest motherfucking vlog in the game. You can put people together in other ways.
Anybody on the force ranges is being patted down, top to bottom. If a cavity search is required, administer it on film.
Give room for the other guys. So while we're moving in that wedge, like I showed you on the board up there, you got to give room for the other element too, right? So if Alpha Team comes right here and just starts a wedge, and Bravo Team's supposed to be to the right of them, I'm not giving them much room against that fist, am I? Bravo, let's go. Intel here. All right, we're good. He's good. Hey guys, we searched them. Once we got done searching, we put their shirt over their head and crossed their legs so anybody else comes along, they know we already searched these bodies.
Alright, Z's was good, but I came back up to see Mick's role-playing stuff because this is a little bit more entertaining for video purposes. If I had everyone mic'd up here right now and you heard what they were actually saying to each other, it would be 10 times funnier.
I don't me upset. I don't fucking care.
We're going home. I said we're going home.
Fuck away. Where are you taking me?
Why? All right.
Fucking shoot him. Shoot him.
Index.
Alright, now I know that a lot of that stuff seems like it kind of makes no sense. It seems like we're goofing around, and we are. I mean, we're having a good time while learning all of this stuff, but without the context of the actual instructors like Mickey and Z and Don and Joel, without you hearing everything that those guys have to say in its entirety, then a lot of this stuff isn't really going to make sense, and I completely understand that. So take everything that you see here like with a grain of salt, and if anything, if you think that what you just saw looked like fun, then I would highly encourage you to try to make it out to something like this. There are great instructors teaching courses similar to this all around the world, maybe not quite as inclusive and as, extravagant as this place is, but there is a ton of good value here, and I hope you guys sort of enjoyed that little sneak peek at stuff. So now everyone is starting to wrap up the day at each different station. I still haven't got a chance to really sit down and talk with anyone yet. If anything, I'm gonna go inside and talk to Mick either before or after dinner real quick, see if he has anything that he wants to share with you guys, and then I think that will wrap up S12 for this year.
Show us.
Let's go.
Show us. You got a stripper gonna bust out the kitchen.
Fried Twinkies, isn't it? Black beans with onions. Beef kielbasa, bacon, and moonshine, cherry, brisket, done a little like South Carolina style with a little bit of mustard. And we have some bacon with hatch green chili. Further over we have some steamed potatoes, some freshly steamed asparagus, some fresh vegetables including some rainbow carrots, and then we have some rainbow root vegetable chips.
Talon, Z and I, we both package a little bit of brisket. A little while, we're gonna literally take that brisket and put it up our buttholes. It's that good.
It's that good?
Yeah, we're gonna put it up our buttholes.
No.
Is that weird?
No, it's not weird at all.
Did you taste it?
Yeah, I did. It's phenomenal.
Didn't you want to put it up your butthole?
A little bit, yeah.
See, it's not just me.
I don't think we have a piece big enough.
Easter, your weekend, thank you so much.
Hey guys, get a picture with Talon. Go get a picture with Aaron. Go get a picture with...
Alright guys, that is pretty much it for this coverage here at the S12 event. I can't say thank you enough to Mickey and Z and Don and the guys from D-Day, everyone involved, Impact Shooter. There are just so many awesome people here that it brings together every single year. And I'm glad to be a part of it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this look at everything. If you want to find out more information, like I said, check the description down below for a bunch of people involved and hopefully some information on some upcoming ones in the future. That's all that I had for today. Hope you guys leave a like on this video because this was a long 3 days and I got a lot of editing to do. I got a big surprise coming up this week, Friday. Stay tuned. It's a new chapter. I'll talk to you then.